Okay, today's lesson deals with geometry, and in particular points and lines. Points are used to mark a location or a position. An example of points include the corner of your desk or the tip of a compass. Points do not have size and are said to be infinitely small. However, in geometry, a point is represented by a small dot so that we can see it. We can make statements like, the distance from A to B is, or the angle at B measures. When we have the dot, we then label it with a capital letter. For example, this one is labeled with the letter A. In this example, we have the letters A, B, and C identifying the different points. So this is that example where we could say the angle of A, B, and C is, or the distance from A to B is. A figure is a drawing which shows points we are interested in. This figure contains 4 points which have been labeled A, B, C, and D. These corner points are also known as vertices. A vertice is the plural of vertex, so point B is a vertex of a figure, while all the points would be the vertices of the figure. Straight lines are usually just called a line. It is a continuous, infinite collection of points with no beginning or end which lie in a particular direction. Lines that can pass through these points, as in this example, we can call it line AB or line BA. There's only one straight line which passes through both points A and B. A line segment is only a part of a line, as in this example. It joins 2 points, A and B, and is only part of a line AB, so we just call it a line segment, AB. A ray is a line that starts at one point and passes through others in one direction forever. So we would say that AB in this case is a ray. If 3 or more points lie on a straight line, we say that the points are collinear. And if 3 or more points intersect or meet at the same point, we say that they are concurrent. In mathematics, a plane is a flat surface like a tabletop or a sheet of paper. It goes on indefinitely in all directions, so has no boundaries. 2 straight lines on the same plane may either be parallel or intersecting. The arrows are used to show parallel lines. Parallel line is a line on the same flat surface that never meet and are the same distance apart. This is an example of parallel lines. This is not a parallel line, but rather a point of intersect. There are 3 ways to draw an accurate parallel line. You must be able to demonstrate all 3 ways. I will demonstrate each way for you coming up. Okay, so I'm about to show you the 3 different ways that you can draw a parallel line. The first way is to use a ruler. This is the simplest way, but it limits the distance between the lines to the width of your ruler. To draw a parallel line in this manner, you place your ruler on the page and you draw a line segment on both sides of your ruler. Using arrows to indicate they are parallel lines. Don't forget the arrows. Now you try one on your own. The second way is to use a protractor. So again, you start with a line segment. Pick a spot on the line as a point. Take your protractor. Put the center of your protractor on the point and the base of your protractor on the line segment. Once you have that lined up, you mark it 90 degrees on your protractor. Pick a second spot on your line and do the same thing. And then using your ruler, connect those 2 points together, which will give you a parallel line to your first line segment. This also is limiting in the width that you have because it is only as big or as small as your protractor is. Try one of those as well. Alright, this one's a bit more complicated than the other two methods, so you can be sure that this is the method you'll be assessed on, so make sure you know how to do this well. First, draw a line segment, AB. Okay. A and B. So it looks like this. Then pick a point above B, and we'll call that C. Alright. Take your compass point, and put that on B, and your pencil point and put it on C. And draw an arc through your line segment and point C. That intersect point to that line we will label point D. Keeping your pencil and your compass the exact same distance, you're going to move your point over to that intersect point D, and you're going to draw another intersect arc. This intersect we're going to label point E. Okay. Now we're going to keep our point, compass point, on point D, and we're going to stretch our pencil to point C. Move it over to point E and draw another intersect line to that point. So, keeping our point on D, we stretched our pencil to C, and then we moved our point over to E and drew this arc so that it intersected this arc. This point here we're going to label F. So now you see we have a point F and a point C. If we connect these two lines together, we should have a parallel line that runs, well, parallel to line segment AB. And once again, we put our arrows on to show that it's a parallel line. Okay. So that is a compass and ruler method. There's also another way to do this particular method. It's a little bit more complicated than the first one, so you can choose to use either of these two methods. The second method goes as such. We draw another line segment, AB. Okay. Pick a point on the line that we're going to call D, and then C above the line. We're going to place our compass point on D and stretch it to C. So now we've picked a point on the line here that we've labeled D, and C up there. So we're going to stretch from D to C this time. D to C. And we're going to draw that semicircle again. Once again, this intersect point with the line segment we're going to label E, so that we have this here. Being careful not to change the distance on our compass, we're going to move to point E and we're going to draw a semicircle. So we're going to start here and we're going to draw a semicircle back through D. Okay, so now you have two circles overlapping like this. Then we're going to keep our compass on E and stretch back to C. So putting our compass point here, we're going to stretch to here. Okay. Then we're going to move our pencil back to D, and we're going to do another intersect point. So we took our compass, put our point on E, stretched it to C, moved our compass point over to D, and intersected this arc here. This point here will be F, and then once again connecting F and C together, give us a parallel line segment to AB. All right. This particular method that I just did is outlined in your Math Makes 7 textbook. The method below is not. So pay attention to both. Either way is acceptable on an assessment.